Hi, and welcome to Maysville Community and Technical College's Paramedic Program Preadmission Conference. This is a pre-admission conference for our AAS and certificate program. My name is Ginger Clark Gallagher, and I am the Associate Vice President of Health Sciences and the Nursing Program Administrator for Maysville Community and Technical College. On this slide, I have included my direct phone number and my email address in case you need to reach me for any reason. I would also like to introduce you to Donald Fryman. He is our paramedic instructor and also the Health Science Technology Program Coordinator at MCTC. I have also included his direct phone number and email address for your use. So let's go ahead and get started with our pre-admission conference. And the first slide, we're going to talk about topics that are going to be in the presentation, including the introduction, the application process to the MCTC Paramedic Program, where to find the application packet and how to complete that packet, specific program requirements, selective admission process, health screening requirements, including criminal background checks and drug screenings, required EMT skills checkoffs, the deadline for application to the program, which is November 15th, the notification of acceptance to the paramedic program, and scholarships available. On this slide, I've given you the layout of what our 15-month paramedic program will look like with a January start date. On the top, you can see it has the required prerequisite of the EMT certification. It also has recommended prerequisites, but also courses that are required for a certificate, which is Bio 135, which is Anatomy and Physiology, and a medical terminology class. If you plan to pursue your degree in AAS, you will also need to complete an English 101, Psychology 110, a math class of 110 or higher, a communications class, a heritage or humanities class, and a digital literacy class. So let's start talking about the application process. Where do I find the application? You go to the Maysville Community Technical College's website, go under Health Sciences, and when you go under that area, you will find a paramedic tab. You hit on the paramedic tab, and the papers for application will be there. You can download those applications and fill them out. You can also come to the college and get it from the Health Sciences Department from at the Maysville campus, or you can also contact Mr. Donnie Fryman and ask him to send you a copy of the application. What is considered a complete application? We have to have all the forms that are in the application packet returned to us, and you also need to send a current copy of your Kentucky EMT or advanced EMT with your license number in with your application. It can just be a photocopy of your card. And we also need a copy of your current driver's license in that application. So all of those things must be in there to be considered a complete application. It's the student's responsibility to ensure that the application is complete and on file by the deadline. The deadline for application is November 15th. It has to be postmarked by that date. Please do not send it in any kind of special overnight mail, special mail that requires a signature, because it will be returned to you. It goes to our loading dock, and if nobody's on the loading dock to sign it, the post office just takes it back and mails it back to the sender. So an application to the paramedic program does not guarantee admission into the program. We do have a selective admission process that we'll discuss a little bit later in this presentation. Students will be notified by their KCTCS emails if they have been accepted or denied admission into the process. No information will be given by phone regarding acceptance or denial. So check your student email accounts often. That's our preferred method of contact. If you do not have a KCTCS email account, please list an alternate email address on the program application form, and then mail that application to the main campus again, which I'll give you the address a little bit later in the presentation. So let's discuss the required documentation needed to be in the paramedic program. One, again, is your current copy of your Kentucky EMT or AEMT with your license number and a copy of your driver's license. We also need a CPR certification or recertification card. It must be a healthcare provider that includes infant, child, adult, and AED. So usually it's from American Heart. And these classes for the CPR certification must be completed face-to-face. We do not accept online programs, so you have to do the checkoffs face-to-face with someone. We also need professional liability insurance proof, which that's included with your tuition per semester, so it's $11 that's added to your tuition bill. So you really don't have to have anything, just know that that will be included in the tuition for your professional liability insurance. And then to go to clinical facilities, we require the following because the clinical facility requires this. You have to have a drug screen. You also have to have a criminal background check that is on the KVIM site. You have to have a rubella titer, a varicella immunization record or titer, mumps immunization record or titer, a hepatitis B surface antigen, which is a series of 3 vaccinations, or have an acute hepatitis panel. Some facilities may require that you have a respirator fit test. You also have to have a TB test, which includes either a 2-step PPD or a quantiferin TB gold test, or if you have reactions to the TB test, you have to have a copy of your chest x-ray and a letter from your doctor yearly. You also have to have a flu shot yearly during the flu season, and some facilities may require a COVID vaccination proof. That's not as common anymore, but just in case, that may be a requirement. So on this slide, we're going to discuss the ATITs exam. Part of the paramedic program selective admission process is the requirement that you must take the ATITs, which is the test of essential academic skills. It's part of a national exam for health science professionals, and it's designed specifically to assess the student's academic preparedness. So the test is a multiple choice test, and the skills assessed are in mathematics, reading, science, English, and language usage. There are several online study options and books available to prepare you for the ATs that cover the concepts and subjects that the student needs to know to be successful on the T's. Preparing for the exam prior to taking it will be the best idea you can have to boost your confidence level and success rate on the exam. Many of the preparation courses available also offer focused remediation and identify areas of possible improvement. You can go to the ATIT's site and watch some webinars and online options for purchase. A big thing I would say is there's a free app that you can download on your phone to help let you practice and prepare for the teas. It gives you sample questions. I highly recommend that you do this and practice before you go and take the test. Usually students who just go and wing it are not very successful, and the cost of the test is approximately $70. So if you have prepared prior to application or prior to testing, you will probably do a lot better. For even me, myself, I have not studied to take one of these tests. I would study before I did it because I probably wouldn't do that now. On this slide, I have given you the testing coordinator for MCTC's contact information. It's Mr. Jerry Morrison. I've also given you the link that you can use to go in and sign up for an exam. You can use that link and go in, sign up for the exam and the testing, and it will be done. You don't have to wait to talk to someone regarding that, but if you need to talk to anyone, you have Mr. Jerry Morrison's email and phone number. On the other side of the slide, I have the Commonwealth Educational Opportunity Center's information, and their phone number is listed in the orange box. You can contact them if you need help in paying for the TEAS exam. This slide gives you a little more information about help to study for the TEAS from our library at Maysville Community Technical College, and also talks about that the TEAS exam must be completed by the application deadline of November 15th, and how we score your TEAS for the selective admission process. So the required score to be considered for the paramedic program is a basic score, which is above 41.3. If you fall below that level, you will not be considered in this year's admission, but can retest and apply the following year. We do allow 2 tests per admission cycle. So if you take it, you can take it once again and try to do better. That's why I recommend that you study prior to taking it so that you're a little more prepared for what will be on the exam. But you can only test 2 times in an admission cycle. And it basically shows how the points are given for you in this selective admission process. One of the great things about the Maysville Community Technical College's paramedic program is that it is one of the programs that is approved for the Work Ready Scholarship. And what the Work Ready Scholarship is a program in Kentucky that provides free tuition in over 350 courses that fast-track Kentuckians from classroom to career. The scholarship is not income-based, and there are no written or GPA prerequisites. The program is designed to ensure that all Kentuckians who have not yet completed a post-secondary degree have affordable access to an industry-recognized certificate, diploma, or Associate of Applied Science degree. Another great scholarship that's available for our paramedics in the paramedic program is through the Kentucky Career Center's 10-Co workforce, and it pays for your EMT or your paramedic, and those 2 are on their list of programs that they will pay for. But if you know you want to go for the paramedic, you should wait and apply for it with the paramedic, not for the EMT, because obviously the cost of the paramedic program will be more than just 1 semester for the EMT. So this scholarship goes to pay for things such as tuition, books, supplies, gas reimbursement, and it's up to $4,000 per school year. You do not have to pay it back. They want you to get out into Kentucky's workforce and work as a paramedic. But if you are going and you plan on going to school and then working at a volunteer with a local fire department or volunteer paramedic service, they will not pay for this. They expect you to come out and get a paying job so that you can be part of the workforce. And in conclusion, we want to thank you so much for attending our Paramedic Pre-Admission Conference. And the conference code for you to put on your application is #MCTCProudParamedic. Have a great day, and we look forward to hearing from you.